Hello, you beautiful creative friend. How are you? This is Allison, the Coffee Native Creative. I love everything art, planners, journals, and all the things between. And if you're new, welcome. So glad you're here. If you're back, welcome back. And I apologize. I know it has been a minute since I have posted anything. Honestly, it's been a minute since I've even journaled. I'm not exactly sure why. I don't have a huge life-changing reason. It was just more burnout and blues and life. And that happens, and that's okay. But I am trying to get back in the swing of it. I'm not going to make any promises this time because I feel guilty about my last video. But this is a journal with me. And you might notice, maybe it's hard to tell in the video, but this is a different journal. I've actually decided to go back to the A6 size, which is smaller than the Hobonichi cousin. So what you see me working in right now is a Hobonichi Avec A6. And the reason why I decided to go for a smaller journal is because I thought it would be a little bit more manageable. One of the reasons why I sort of stopped journaling is because I got so far behind in my previous journal that every time I would sort of go to journal, because I try to do it every single day, or at least have every day covered in something creative, every time I would go to actually, journal, I just couldn't kind of release all those empty pages. And I am still working on that previous journal. My goal is to try to at least get some of the really big core memory days done. But I wanted to use this A6 to kind of get back into my favorite hobby. So that's why I'm using the smaller one. What you're seeing me do, I used some watercolors to create a background, and I also used a magazine at the bottom to signify a salad, because on this particular day I had a really delicious salad. But what you see me doing right now at this minute is I'm actually creating a sticker, a pretty large sticker that looks like a coffee cup. This coffee cup is a coffee cup that a coworker of mine gave me years ago, and on this particular day I used the coffee cup. I am one of those people at work who has like a bajillion mugs at work, which I probably shouldn't, but I do. So anyways, I used this particular mug, and the reason why I wanted to actually commemorate using the mug is because I had been in the habit of going to get lattes or, grab and go coffee like a lot. And this was the first day that I actually made coffee at work, which is so much better for the environment and so much better for my pocketbook. So I was kind of proud of myself and thus decided to commemorate it by drawing this mug and then using these watercolors to basically color it in. And what you see me doing right now is I'm using some whiteout because the watercolor did get a little bit out of control and went into the A. So my A looked weird and I didn't want that, so I whited it out. Right now what you see me doing is putting some stickers down. These stickers I actually got at the dollar spot at Target years ago, and it was for like weddings. So sometimes you can find journal stuff at the most random places. So just once you get in that mindset, you sort of start identifying like, oh, I could use it in my journal. And I really like these numbers because they're huge. What you see me using right now is I had done some jelly printing, I believe. No, actually, I don't think this was jelly printing. I think this was me just like having a bunch of paint that I didn't want to waste. And so I used this, I think that's baker's paper, actually. It's like a very thin tissue paper, but not tissue paper. I think it's baker's paper. And it had some acrylic paint on it. So anytime I like do paint and like paint anything and there was maybe some paint left over, I try to like use it some way, somehow, because inevitably I'll use it in my journal down the line, which is how that pink, green, and blue splotchy stuff exists. It was trash, really. Let's be real. And what you see me doing right now is that little girl drawing is from my daughter. She draws constantly. If I gave her a ream of paper, she would probably draw every single sheet on the ream of paper within like a week. It's really awesome, but it's also like, well, it's just a lot. Like I have to be careful. I don't want to waste too much paper. But anyway, this was one of her little drawings. I thought it was super cute, so I cut it out and glued it onto the page. Now I'm using a magazine just cut out with the word good because this day, the 5th, was a good day and I wanted to commemorate that. I then used one of the ephemera that I've, amassed over the years. And I tend to print things on either plain label paper or clear matte label paper. So both of the things you saw me stick down just now, that little girl with the purple hair and now the peach house, I had printed on just regular label paper, like single sheet label paper. And I love doing that because it just makes it so much easier to stick down and you don't have to deal with like the glue stick and such. But, you know, glue sticks are totally doable. I used the glue stick for that girl, so it's all good. Yeah, so the reason why I stuck down the house, the Peach House by CC's Art Cafe printable, is because I just really appreciated my house this day. I was so happy to get home. We had a 3-day weekend because of 4th of July, and so the day was really long. It was really busy, and I was just super happy to get home. And then I decided to draw a cloud over that little girl and to sort of make it look like she's wearing a raincoat because it did rain that day. So, you know, it is what it is. And also, oh no, that's not true. Actually, it rained a little bit, but the whole day I was worried it was going to rain. That was what was going on. Like the week before, I got stuck and almost like couldn't get home. There was tornado sirens. It was fine, but I was kind of paranoid about the weather this day. And that's why there's the question marks instead of the raindrops. Now I remember. See, I would have forgotten that if I hadn't journaled. Anyway, I add a little bit more watercolor to kind of round out the background, put a little green down. On the opposite page, I stuck that girl down with a journal because I was getting back in the habit of journaling, so that made me really happy. Now I'm just sticking down some pip sticks with geese and birds, basically just because I wanted to use the stickers. I have a lot of these stickers from when I used to subscribe to pip sticks, which don't anymore. Now you see me looking through one of my sticker books. I just wanted to acknowledge that I got some happy mail, and then I saw one of those snail stickers, and I secretly really like snails. So I said, hey, why not? And I stuck one down. And now I'm using those same numbers from the 5. So the 6 and the 5 kind of like speak to each other, putting down the days. So Wednesday and then Tuesday on the left. The Tuesday is with clear matte label paper. That's why you can see through to the backside. And then I'm just going to journal. So I write about how I had a pretty good day. I made my own coffee. It was busy. I journaled, and my city, which is Chicago, looked gorgeous on the way home. On the page to the left, I basically journaled about what I just told you. Busy day, glad to be home, etc., etc. But yeah, so this might not be the most exciting journaling session you've ever seen, but I actually really love this one because it means that I have sort of picked it back up. And so I appreciate you for watching, for sticking with me. I hope you enjoyed this. And also, I am going to do my best to try to journal again. So, how are you doing? Do you go through ruts with your journal? How do you get back in the swing of things? Is there anything new, exciting in the journaling world that I've missed since I've been MIA? Please comment below. And I just hope you're doing great. I really am sending you the positive, good vibes. Bye.